Hi everyone, Lean Production, Chapter 42, Lean Production. Lean Production is another production management topic in the business operations. We are going to understand now how to decrease the cost or how to actually become more efficient, right? So lean production technique is a concept actually we are developing. It's not a single concept. I think it's a collaboration. I can say it's a family, kind of a family name, lean. So but ultimate objective of lean production is to cost cutting, so cost minimization. So we'll see what are the main techniques we are going to discuss. And we can see the learning objective of this lesson is mainly understand the principles of lean production, like just in time and Kaizen, and also understand the importance of using resources effectively. Right. Let's go to this case study, Goldstone Holy. Then you can, like a very brainstorming case study, you can find out what is actually how they're going to plan to do the introduce the lean production and everything. So Goldstone Holdings make equipment for gyms and fitness centers. It has 2 plants and employ 95 people. The performance, Goldstone introduced some Japanese production methods, right? So let's say sometimes you might be wonder where this production come from. Yes, the origin actually we are taking from Japan, because after the Second World War, the Hiroshima and Nagasaki was fully destroyed, and this the Japanese society, they actually like a bird phoenix. They actually then they from the so many economic recession. After World War, you can see the country looks like a lot of debris and so many economic downturns, and natural resources, physical resources, human resources, everything very it's a very slowed down, very uh, destroyed. And as a result of that, these Japanese concepts, they derive very like a very lean methods. Lean mean like a cost cutting methods, like a very effective and efficient method in order to improve their production. So every production, all manufacturing activities, so they try to use the most important and most cost minimized method, which increase the efficiency, and then at the end they become a developed country right now, especially industries like Toyota. The automobile is really stronger, right? Toyota, Nissan, Honda, these vehicles. You can see what this automobile industry has actually, especially Toyota. I have to give the credit to the Toyota company, because they are the one who mainly found so many concepts like Kaizen, five-way system. So everything you can see are mainly derived from Japan. So in this case, what are the methods they have introduced? Standardize some procedures and change the factory layout. Standardize some procedures and change the factory layout. So in efficiency method, also I told you, one method of increasing labor productivity is actually change the factory layout. So this led to a 17% gain in the production space. And then second one, Goldstone recognized that improvement required like a staff involvement. Therefore, more training was organized and workers were given more authority to make their own decisions and solve problems. This is also another method of increasing productivity, improving motivation, increasing labor motivation. Here they are giving non-financial methods also, especially they are giving the delegating works and empowering staff, giving authority to make their own decision, giving autonomy. So it's kind of a non-financial methods of motivation. This is the staff motivation thing which increases their productivity. Third one is they introduced Goldstone gave staff time to tidy up the work environment. They removed all the clutter, such as all tools, uh, spoiled work, and the items of the unnecessary stock that had built up over the time. So, like clean up time, and also reduce the inventory levels and reduce the stock handling. So, by doing that way, they remove all the. You see, if you just think about your house, think about your study table, study room. You remember how much of unnecessary things are there. Sometimes paper, sometimes boxes, sometimes like packet of biscuits, right? So you can see unnecessary things are here and there. So this is a Japanese thing they are doing. So this is actually part of the five-way system also. We're talking that normally the shine I always keep maintaining. For proper, everything has a proper place to keep. Right? Management of the space like that is really important. So as a result of these measures, turnover has increased by 50% and the production setup time was reduced by 74%. Also, machine downtime cut by 73%. What is machine downtime? Machine downtime is the like idle time. Like for example, if you switch off the machine for the cleanup and everything, that called machine downtime. It's like a humans also we need some rest. Like that, machines also they need some downtime because just to do maintenance activities. So machine downtime was cut by 73% and delivery targets were increased by 21%. And product rejection fell by 50%. Because product rejection is another thing because of the waste, like sometimes low quality items. Defects products only they coming back to us. So if you go to a zero defect policy, right, with the quality assurance, I think we can reduce the product, sales returns can reduce. This is a good achievement. It fell by 50%, and investment in staff training also improved staff motivation. They're asking two questions. How important was staff involvement at Goldstone when trying to make improvements? How important was staff involvement at Goldstone when trying to make improvement? And second question they're asking, discuss the possible benefits to Goldstone from introducing Japanese production methods. Okay, this is like a very introductory lesson. So this is still, I haven't introduced you what is lean production and other certain techniques. This is all around. This is what the company they are doing. Goldstone Holding make equipment for gyms and fitness center like that. It's kind of like a home gym sets, right? For the different exercise machines they're producing. Okay, let's go to the marking scheme. You can see first question, how important was staff involvement at Goldstone? Staff involvement was recognized as being very important when Goldstone began making improvement in its operation. As a result of this, more training was organized and investment in training improved the staff motivation. As I told you, motivation is a key of success. If the staff motivated and customers also happy. And it is actually, according to Jack Ma, that is his philosophy, right? Happy worker and happy customer. So business is prepared to spend considerable money on training. It shows that the staff involvement is highly valued, and also they see in the staff as asset, right? The approach of staff is really good. And workers are also given more authority. We call this empowering them or delegating them some powers. So if you have more authority to make decisions, you will be automatically motivated, and they were encouraged to make their own decisions and solve problems. Staff are also given time to tidy up the work environment. They remove all the clutter such as old tools, right, spoiled works or defects items, and unneeded stock had been up over the years. So this is important time. Staff are given time to tidy up. That is really important. And even for for example, humans also, like we should need some time, like a downtime, like a sleeping time. So it's a time that actually the body, our mind, everything actually giving kind of like a downtime. Because if you work 24 hours, what happened? You will be definitely become a sick person. Because why? Eyesight can weaken, so sometimes physically, that's why we need a sleep, right? Automatically, I think that because our body needs some kind of a rest like that, downtime. And also we need some time to actually, like a factory organizations also, houses also, we need some time to actually clean up, right? Sometimes we have a separate maintenance people for that. Like schools and organization, workers can't do all that thing. So we can hire some outsourced companies like cleaning companies, do all that thing. That is really important, right? To do all the everything like that. So everything like, if you have everything, I think some organization we can see like especially hospitals and everything. This is really important. Hospitals, hotels, schools, everything. We have to have some kind of a cleaning staff, very, very important, because the places very shine and tight. So it's very important. There's a lot of outsourcing companies are there. They provide a service for this thing to clean the places and everything. So it's very important. Second question asking the possible benefits of introducing Japanese methods. So they are giving the application, what has happened, like, to the productivity, turnover increased by 50%, production setup time was reduced by 74%, machine downtime reduced 73%, right? Delivery target increased 21%, and rejections fell by 50%. So every line there is a number you can see. 50%, 74%, 73%, 21%, 50% like that. This is application, right? When you're writing, but normally when you're writing like a discussion question, like say analyze question, you have to analyze possible the benefits. 2 benefits you have to mention. So here they have given like more than 2 benefits with the application. So as a result, they say the investment of staff training also improves staff motivation, right? Right. Now let's go back to the lean production. This is an introductory case study. The Goldstone case study is providing like a gym equipment and everything. They have improved their performance significantly because of that system. Okay, now we are looking into the lean production, the definition. Lean production is an approach to production developed by Toyota, the Japanese car manufacturer, and its aim is to use fewer resources in production, and lean producers use less of everything. Less of everything. This includes factory space, raw materials, stocks, suppliers, labor, capital, and time. As a result, lean production raises productivity, reduces cost and cut lead time, right? Reduce the number of defective products, and also improve the reliability and speed up the product design. So lean production definition is important because if you can write this definition in sometime defined questions, in 12 mark questions. So lean production definition is important. Approaches to production aimed at reducing the quantity of resources used. It's approach of production, right? It's a production approach aimed at reducing the quantity of resources used. Aimed at reducing the quantity of resources used. You can, using less resources in production. On the other hand, very good. So like that. So I have a like this handout. You can see here. You can write down. Mainly, it's a production approach which aimed at using less resources. Student number 37. You can see.
Sir, I think you didn't share this.
Yeah, I'll share the end. Okay. So what are the aims of lean production? Lean production has certain aims. So I mentioned in this handout what I have given here to summarize the entire lesson. Aims of lean production, advantages of lean production, 4 advantages, and then this wastage, and then we are going to talk about the Kaizen concept, the continuous improvement, right? Kaizen, sometimes they ask for definition questions. Kaizen is a part of the one method of lean production. The second method is 5S system. In Japanese system, 5S, sort, set in order, shine, standardize, sustain. There are Japanese words are there, but there are English translation if you are using. So you can see Japanese system called Seiri, Seiton, Seiso, Shitsuke, and Seikitsu. So you can see these are the sort, straighten up, shine, standardize, and sustain. That's why like especially Japanese people, they wanted to clean up the places, that they call like very shine always. Make a standardize, like make a rule, like this product, this tool, have a specific place to keep that thing, right? Then it's easy to find if you want something. For example, your calculator, there should have a specific place to keep your calculator in your table, according to the 5S system, right? If you have a pencil case, there should be a specific place, a location in your study table to keep your pencil case. That is called standardizing. Maintenance, that sustaining that one, right? First of all, sorting out. That we are talking that thing in later, this 5S system, and also just-in-time technique, advantages, disadvantages, and also talking about the this MCQ questions from that, and then possible questions, other concepts, standardization, team working, right? Empowerment, suggestion scheme, quality circles, right? Multi-skilling, right? Everything. So in this handout, will cover importance of using resources effectively. So this handout cover everything in our. It's like a short note for you, right? Basically, so lean production, you can see the definition is it's a production approach which aimed at reducing less resources. Right? Here we go. The mainly as a result of the lean production, what happened? As a result of lean production, your productivity will increase definitely, right? That's you can see what happened in Japanese companies, and it reduced the cost and cut the lead times, and it reduced the number of defective products, and also it improved the reliability and speed up the product design. So always that what happened in the Goldstone case study. If you link that case study, we can see everything there with the numbers they have given. productivity improved by 70%. Lead time, cutting the lead times, the machine downtime will reduce by 73%. Defective product gone down by 50%, and improve the reliability and speed of the product design and everything. So they have given 21. So many fast. These are advantages of your doing. That's why every company so started from the Japanese people, and later on Europeans and Western countries also follow this technique because they found out the secret behind the Japanese success. This is a success story of the Japan, right? Lean production or lean manufacturing. So according to that, lean manufacturing, lean production involves using range of practices. That's why I told you it's like a family name. Range of different practices are there. It's not just a one method. There are range of practices, as I told you, Kaizen, and also just in time, right? Quality circle, teamwork, suggestion scheme. So many, it's like a family, like a different techniques we are going to learn, right? Different techniques, Kaizen, Kanban, just in time, and quality control, quality assurance, TQM, quality assurance. So many suggestion schemes, quality circles, so many things. So one by one, we'll learn this concept because it's a broader concept, right? So lean production is an approach. That's right. It's just not a one technique. It's a collection of a lot of techniques, right? So we can achieve the lean production within one day. It's should be like a culture. You should practice for a long time, right? So then if you practice for a long time only, you can get the continuous improvement. That's the real meaning of the Kaizen also. Continuous improvement, step by step. If you slowly if you improve, you can make better results at the end. So it's like, for example, for Olympic 100 meters, right? If you remember the Usain Bolt, right? So he actually, for that 100 meters run for 9.5 seconds, I think the world record. So that run, I think he practiced long time, right? From when he was young, and then long time practice every day, right? Hard training, then hard work. But what happened? He every day, even 1 millisecond improvement. Swimmers also same, right? So you can't make a huge, a successful, Olympic performance in the overnight. It's a huge, that's few seconds you are performing, but that behind the success story, there's a huge commitment is there, right? Same thing for the company also, even for yourself also, right? Sometimes from examination you can actually only just a 2 hour paper or 1.5 hour paper you have to perform, but that behind that successful performance there's a huge commitment is there behind that. So many working hours are there. You're spending so many working hours, study hours are there, right? Then only you can produce a good results. That's why we have different types of performance coming. There are 9s, 8s, 7s, right? 9 to 1 grading system. There are A-star student, B student, C student, like that. We can categorize your grades. I think 100%, I believe personally, the performance is basically actually depending on your skills and your commitment, right? Not the luck. Luck also there must be there, like I think 5%, because sometimes time management, your mental condition in the examination day, right, and the health condition during the exam time, that also matters, right? But basically, I think most of the time it's about your hard working, your commitment. So that's why lean production always mentioning continuous improvements, day by day, step by step. Gradual improvement is the main success story, right? So basically, we are talking number one, the first method of lean production, just-in-time technique. Just-in-time technique, we call simply JIT system, just-in-time technique. The definition of just-in-time we are giving, the just-in-time production technique that is a highly responsive to customer orders and uses very little stock holding. So now in lean production, they identify the stock as a wastage. They have to understand that culture, because a lot of, if you go to Japanese houses and Japanese, Japan, a lot of people are not collecting anything. They are not, very small. The space is really important. Space management. If you go to Japanese houses and everything, so the furniture and everything are very minimal. They're using always, they like to sit in the floor, right? They like to actually have everything. The dining tables are really, sometimes temporary things. Some bedrooms and everything, they can fold the beds and everything. They're using only just the mattresses. So like that, you can see there are certain stocks and everything, they regard like a waste. In organizations, Japanese organizations, they are not, there's the practice of actually having stocks and tied up your cash in the inventory, they're regarding as a waste. Therefore, what they're going to do, they order everything when there's an order. Like, for example, the supplier they contact only if there is an order, customer. That's why they mention they're highly responsive to customer orders. Right? If there is no customer order, what's the point of keeping stocks? That's what they argue. Right? Always if they have a customer order, and then they start collecting raw materials to fulfill the customer orders. That's why normally, like a special automobile, you can do like Toyota and everything. So if you order some vehicle, so it will take some time to at least, let's say, for example, if you order something from Toyota, it takes some time to deliver it for your place. Sometimes showrooms, they have ready-made items, but mainly they are taking the orders from the Nissan, Honda, Toyota, everyone, they're taking regional orders. So like 2 months before. And then they start, okay, they know, okay, now we have 2,000 vehicles are ordered. So we have to supply that thing in next month. So then they start manufacturing at a certain, flow production technique they're arranging, and they're working after that. So beforehand, they're not actually collecting everything, and beforehand, they're not actually start to manufacture anything because there's a risk. So in just-in-time technique, there is no risk, right? There is no damage, stock holding cost. The space of the storage space, you can use it for something else. There is no stock control. Stock keepers are not there. And there is no managing. The damages are not there. Shrinkage is not there, right? Spoilage is not there. Stock will be definitely what happens when stocks comes to your business, and then again definitely then whatever next stage is go to the production plant. So storage is not there. That's just in time. The heart of just in time, right? There is no storage. So the business whole stock money is tied up in and therefore wasted. For example, if a business use $1 million stock in a warehouse, that $1 million cannot be used for anything else, right? That's why sometimes if you remember the business reasons for business failure, we learned that lesson. One of the big reason for business failure is what? Running out of cash. Sometimes we call this overtrading. Sometimes tied up your cash in so many stocks. Overtrading. So as a result of what happened, the money has become unproductive. Why? You have stocks, but it's very unproductive. To overcome this problem, many businesses have adapted just-in-time technique. This means that the business does not hold any stock of raw materials or components. Suppliers have to deliver the resources straight to the production line at regular intervals. This might be several times a day sometimes. Toyota can do. That's why they have if you go to the Toyota village concept, the suppliers are very close by, like 5 minutes distance. Very close by. The Toyota village concept is like that all the Toyota workers are live in their apartment scheme. They are like a families. They are settled like that. So it's like a walking distance to the factory. Right, and then for their children, there's schools are there, playgrounds are there, hospitals are there. So they're like a small city, Toyota village concept. Therefore, supplies mean everything: money, man, material, methods, machines, everything. Your resources, you actually make like a small village concept, right? If you want some supply, for example, supply of, let's say, tires, you need to produce today. Your production target is 1,000 vehicles. Then how many tires you require? 5,000 tires with the spare wheel, right? Then you have the order and they tell you, okay, these 1,000 orders, give me like that, at a certain rate, right? Every 2 hours to 2 hours, give me 200 like that. They know then that's the speed of assembling. There's a supply delivery time will be very high but there is no delivery cost by, they are very close by. Therefore, transport costs can minimize for the supplier because supplier production plant also nearby. If you want the like windscreen suppliers are nearby. Electrical like battery suppliers are nearby, right? So only they manufacture the body, the inside the Toyota, they are only producing the aluminum, the engine and the body. So all other parts they assemble, the lights, the electricity, the circuits, interior, and all that thing, all the steering wheels, right? All the systems they outsource from the other suppliers. They're doing assembling plant. right? So main advantage, you can see now, these are the main technique of just-in-time. Okay, one technique of the lean production. And look at this advantage. This just-in-time technique was very exam pilot-wise. So many past papers we can see just-in-time questions, just-in-time to analyze questions, sometimes 9-mark questions. Therefore, if the tables are really important, so at least you must try to memorize at least 2 positives and 2 negatives of the each concept. So just-in-time main advantages, you can see the cash flow improve, cash flow position is improved, and there is no wastage, out of date or damaged stock. Sometimes damaged stock we call the happening like shrinkage or obsolete. Sometimes people will steal the item, so shrinkage is not there. Space is released, right? Some organizations have huge warehouse, but now the space is released. No stock holding cost. Stronger links with the supplier. It calls supply chain management, because supply must be like a family member. If supply not providing you, that's the end of the production process. And few supplier, so you are managing the supply with the registered suppliers. But some industries, this just-in-time technique actually not suitable. I have to say that that's a however point, because all industries just-in-time, if you use this idea, but some industries is not possible, right? For example, talk about the let's say a restaurant, and customers are coming. For example, how can you quickly go to supermarket and quickly bring the items according to customer order, and in that take customer have to wait long time, right? That's why hotel field normally your just-in-time technique is difficult. That's why normally we booked for a wedding. Today there's a wedding, okay, 300 guests, 400 guests. These are number of plates. Because then we can budget everything. We can forecast, okay, this much of food we have to consume. And sometimes like gold market, diamond, right? So those things normally we have to order. Pre-orders are important. Like especially oil, crude oil, we have to have some stocks with us, right? Because always we have to have a continuous, like a stocks must be there in organizations, must be have that kind of a capacity. Some organizations, that's why the storage is really important. Stocks important in that particular time, because the industry to industry is different. So we can say just-in-time is ideal, right? If anyone can actually without stock, if you can maintain, that's ideal, but practically it is impossible, because that much of efficient supply system is not available in most of the countries like Toyota. And Japanese system, what they do in Toyota, they make a village with full of suppliers surrounded by them, and they quickly order the suppliers like within 1 minute, 2 minutes, they'll come and give their orders. But this is not possible in some countries and some geographies, because especially common industries are apparel and everything, the clothing. So merchandising is important, right? Warehousing is important. So that's the thing. So higher ordering and administration costs, even though you're doing just in time, there's a huge, always you have to put orders and administration. Pre-order level will come again, they order. And then rely hugely on supplier reliability. So as I told you, supply is a key. So just in time, success for the just in time depending on the supplier. If suppliers say no, we can't import now, the government not allowing us to import, then what happened? You can't produce. So it's relying on supply. In that case, sometimes you might be thinking, okay, if I have stocks, it's important. If I have stocks, I could able to manage. But now, if you're relying on suppliers, if supply actually say, okay, I can't supply now, then your production is you have to halt. And advantage of bulk buying may be lost. Yeah, because always you are putting small orders every day based on the customer demand. So therefore, bulk purchase discount, you are losing, right? That is economies of scale, right? Purchasing economies of scale, that bulk purchasing discount, you are going to lose as a result of just in time. And it's hard to cope with the changes in demand. The sudden demand comes, then you can't order which quantities, like, and that's why it's not flexible method. And also it's vulnerable to break in supply. So I told you, if supply halted or economic condition changes, everything, sometimes there can be break in supply. That's why some organization wanted to have some stocks, especially supermarkets and everything. They want, like especially essential items, they have to keep some stocks. Like hospitals also, they have to have some stocks of medicine. Like especially petroleum also need to have some stocks to run the economy. These things are important, right? Now, let's move on to some kind of like a just-in-time technique and lean production technique. So I summarize now what lean production is, a kind of production approach, even just-in-time also kind of a production technique. So in just-in-time, we are mainly focusing on the stocks, mainly focusing on the stock, right?